What's up, guys? We're back for another fun-filled adventure. What is up, guys? We are back for another fun-filled adventure here in Kerbal Land. So, without further ado, we are going to get it started. Here we go. Here we go. So, let's attach our antennae. I don't know if this is extended or... It doesn't matter. This thing doesn't do anything anyway. There we go. Extend. Extend. Okay, cool. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. So on the last episode, oh, this is our rocket of happiness. We need this, but we just need one of them. So I don't know why it's putting two up. Let's just get one here. Twist this around. Whoops. Hate that when I right click. We'll push this way, but we don't want the thrusters to be 100%. So about, let's go like this time 13%. That's probably enough for the moon. Because essentially what's going to happen is after we land this big boy... Oh boy, what did I do here? Oh, yeah, I know what's going on. After we land this big boy, he's going to be standing straight up like this. Watch, I'll show you. It's gonna be like this. There we go. So this is the modification I did last time. So this is the modification I did most recently. So there we go. We're gonna put this here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, there we go. This is how it's got to be, guys, because the moon sucks. There. About right there. Yeah. Oh. Nope. There. There we go. Okay, now since we made this adjustment, I'm going to move some of these RCS thrusters downward so that they can be a little bit more spread apart. We've been having a discussion lately about our 19-year-old living at home, if you're wondering what's going on back there. And we've been kind of noticing that there's a lot of game playing and a lot of sleeping going on versus some things that we actually need done around here. And so forgive me for not getting in the middle of that situation, but I've already been through some of it, and I'm getting information right now, so it's all good. I'm adding some more wheels because I'm trying to make this thing able to take some jumps and, you know, stuff like that. So that's obviously not in sync with where the other one is. There's the other one. They don't need to be perfect, just like in the general area. You know? So let's adjust this tower. Put that tire there. Yeah, looks pretty good. Now, another thing that I've had complaints about by me is the fact that once I pop this thing off of here, I don't really have any thrusters because I really want to get going, you know? Yeah. But I have some problems with doing that. So I'm thinking about adding some menial Methalox capability. Whoa. Oh, boy, that was big at first. Like, what the hell? I'm thinking about adding some Methalox capabilities to this scenario because at least for a little while, let me readjust this so it looks more like the other side. There it is. I need some capabilities to be able to, and not only will this give me capabilities to be able to fire some rockets on my craft, on my rover here, but this will also, excuse me, this will also add some weight to my rover, so it's not so light, and hopefully it doesn't add too much. Ooh, I'm gonna add one right there. Look at that. Kaboom. I'm gonna add one right there too. I'm even gonna add one up to the front here because we really need some Methalox on this bad boy. Screw it. I'll put it that way. I don't care. It's all good. You know what? Maybe I'll even add some in here to the inside fender. And I right-clicked again. Hopefully, when things start getting fast on the moon, I don't end up hitting one of these too hard and blowing up, because these explode. So that's kind of a danger zone. Maybe I ought to try to put a bumper on this for protection up here. You know, like that. But see how it won't let me like snap it? That's because you need hubs. So I need a hub here, a bigger hub, right here, and I need one right here. And then I can take this and hub it across, but it's too long. So we're gonna have to go square by square like this. And we're going to attack this side, so there. Oh, so close. There we go. So this one should snap into place here, but it's not. So I have to do a whole bunch of stuff here. There we go. And I've just got a little crack there, but that's fine. And that's just because I didn't build this as per specs. I'm fine with that. Let's go to our electrical. Let's see if we can put some fancy lights on the front of this bumper here. I'll put one there. I'll put one there. Maybe even a cool dome light. We'll put some cool dome lights right in the middle here. We can make these ones flash, I think. We can be the moon police. Now, one of the reasons I wanted all these wheels and this metal locks to begin with was so that I could have the ability to kind of rock it while I'm on the moon. So they give us a few items to choose from that are small that might allow us to. I got to look at my wheelbase because my wheelbase isn't very. So let's see if I attached this to here. Would it be scraping wheels? Would it be scraping versus. Looks like it's going to be scraping. So that's probably not a good idea. Kind of limits you a little bit. Let's see how big this guy is. This guy's not very big. But the thrust isn't very much either. So I don't know about this thrusting across the moon idea, but we're going to try it. Why not? Why not give it a shot? Why not give it a shot? There's one there. Let's put one there. One there. And I'm creating, as I'm doing this, I'm creating an engine conundrum over there on the right-hand side. I know that. Because I have to assign all these engines now. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 engines underneath. And I don't know how that's going to play out. But we're going to also put a couple of these guys back here. If I can yank it off of the snap there. Let's turn off snap. Whatever that does, I don't know. See, it's getting all wacky. It's starting to say, oh, I'm going to start messing with him now. So this is how we want it. And it won't snap to there for some reason. It wants to snap upside down. There we go. Was that upside down? Yeah, that's upside down. That's upside right. Okay. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Look at that. Why is it so big? What the hell? Oh, that's because I chose the big one. I want this one. Yes. So when I thrust my thrusters, I should not only go up, but I should also go forward. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. And I know I got to put all these together here. I got 2, 3. Let's get rid of this guy, this guy. These are just empty pods now. Put that with that, put that with that, put that with that. See what I mean about having to set up all this? Even the game is slowing down. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're adding too many action points. I don't know what to do now. But that's why I'm programming you. I'm here to program your engines to be effective on my rig. And that sounds about right. 12 and 2. Now we need to move this whole section up. But first, before we do that, let's make sure our rocket is ready to go. Let's back up a little bit. So we're going to be firing that one along with those and those and those. We're going to pop off the smalls. We're going to pop off the meads. We're going to pop off, or the large, and then we're going to pop off the meads. Then we're going to want to fire this guy. And we are also going to want to remove his cap and do that. So everything is in order according to really how I need it to be in order. I can do all this later. But let's move this up to the top area as well. And this up to the top area as well. We can do all this later. This stuff is not a big deal. This here, this cap here coming off, and then this motor is kind of a big deal. So I am going to just make a spot for this motor here to fire first after I decap it, because I have a docking port there. And this stuff is kind of menial. I'll go ahead and put this one here because that is the next step technically. And then, you know, really this is the next step. So I'm gonna pop that cap, and then hopefully we'll be on the moon. So let's choose okay, so it already chose basically these two pilots are gonna be okay. Let's put this cool guy in the tuna can. He's going to fly our main rocket. That's the tuna can down there. This lady and this guy are going to be in the pilot seats here, and we're going to launch on launch pad 3. So, just to keep this all cool, I'm just going to save this as Moon Rover Complete and override it, because why not? It is the most updated version, ladies and gentlemen, of the Moon Rover. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be a sight of sights. Let's go. Boy, that's a lot of weight. A lot of heavy stuff up there on that lander. But we are determined to not only drive on the moon, but also dominate the moon with our rover. That's what we're going to do. We're going to dominate the moon with our rover. And I'm going to kick off these guys here so we don't drag around some loose weight, some dead weight. And it is nighttime here at KSC. That's okay. We've got 300 meters per second going on with current altitude of 6,000 meters and climbing. I don't think I need my RCS right now. I don't like to use RCS because it uses up monopropellant that I desperately need one later on when I get into orbit around the moon. But we're at 13,000 meters now. We are going to start a little menial orbit going on. Let's start our turn here. Let's turn on RCS before we fall over because we do have a lot of weight on board. And I can feel it. It's tugging me. It's trying to tug over. So this is going to be a difficult fly here. We're at 25,000 with a prospective AP of 70,000, 73,000. And as we get up there, it gets a little easier to manage this weight that's on my nose. The RCS is doing its job. I'm going to go ahead and kick these guys off. And continue my climb. We're at 41, 42. Now we can begin to rotate a little more. And with an AP of 115, we are pretty much out of the thick right now. Now we just need to level out. Let's level out our rotation as well. And let's turn off our RCS for now so we can save some of that valuable monopropellant. And we're going to reach a decent AP over here. And let's see how our orbit's looking. It's looking pretty decent. I'm going to shut off the engines. And I am going to warp up to the AP or near. I'm going to go ahead and prograde here. And luckily, we are already prograded, so I am going to jet our engines again. Oh, what happened? What happened? Something happened up in the sky, and I can't see it now because they took away my ability to see what happened. Anyhow, let's go back. Let's go back to this and see if we can get back there, but I don't think I auto-saved in a good spot. It definitely auto-saved, but I don't think it saved in a good spot. I think it saved after I died. Oh, and we're hung up. So when you see this on KSP, when it's not loading anything after your load, that pretty much means that Tango down. So we got to totally task manager the whole situation and close it out. There we go. We're going to close it out. Sorry about this. I know this is a drag to have to witness here. But we're going to have to go back in, and hopefully we have a good save file that will allow us to get back to good. You know what I mean? Hey, baby. How was your day? All right. It was good. Our day was good. So here we are here. We're going to try to load this file. Let's see where we're at on this file here. Okay, good. So, where are we here? Okay, we're at 1500. Now I'm going to cut the engines like I did before. Let's really observe everything here because for some reason it says our AP should be at 141. So we're just going to zoom up to about 130. $123 is good. And let's see what happened here, because it definitely didn't happen to us. Oh, we're getting Noodlecraft. And I can't revert to the VAB because of Noodlecraft. Damn it. So we're gonna have to go way back. We got the infamous Noodlecraft syndrome going on our ship. That's why sometimes you should, with this game, you should just launch and then go directly to revert to launch, because for some reason Noodlecraft happens and you're screwed. And see here, I'm screwed again because I'm stuck. I'm telling you, they need to really... I'm gonna have to close it out again, guys. We are not having a good experience here. I mean, hopefully NASA doesn't deal with this when they're launching their craft, because boy, that would be hell. And I don't have any mods on this particular machine. Well, I have one, but it's never given me problems. I have a key binding mod for my controller. It never given me an issue before, but as we load in here and get past all this garbage, let's go back to the VAB here and see what's going on. At this time, when we launch, we're just going to revert right to launch again, because we can't trust the noodle aircraft syndrome that Kerbal is known for. And here we are. Looks like we're all ready to go. We packed everything up. But as you can see, these still aren't separated all the way. So right now, I am going to separate this because we're going to want to decap. But first, before we decap, we're going to want to pop that. And that should be pretty much good to go. Hopefully we have some astronauts on board. See, I'm seeing signs of Noodlecraft again. Like I said, we should just revert back to launch right away. Like this. Because this is that syndrome that we always experience with the Noodlecraft glitch going on. Is my light on? No, my light's off. You can't tell because I got the lights shining right on my screen there. Okay, let's try this again. I think Noodlecraft glitch is off because I don't see it shaking around like like a noodle. That is a common bug in this game is what they call the Noodlecraft. It has to do with their physics engines and stuff that they put on this game. They put tons of physics in, different types of physics in here through a physics engine. And sometimes the physics engine just... Oh, what happened? I hit the button twice. I hit the button twice. I'm screwed. I gotta go back. This mission is just, boy, I would be fired if I was the astronaut on board. I'm starting to get a little flustered because it never goes this horribly. Never. All right, here we go again. This is, hey, third time's the charm, right? Let's do this. So we're launching. Just make sure I hit the button twice. Didn't accidentally. Yeah, I must have hit the button twice. So I got to remember these guys run out rather fast. So I'm just gonna get my hand ready on the space bar. I think I did the double Dutch touch on there last time, and we can't have that because we need our Clydesdales to get us up there in in the sky. Okay, this is going very well. Going very well. I'm at 6,000. Poised for 15,000. I think I'm going to wait a little bit before I start my turn. Before I start my rotation. I'm going to wait until I hit about 25,000 this time. I think that's probably safe. I'm at 12,000 now. But as you can see, my AP is like almost 40,000. It's already telling me, hey, if you stop the engines right now, this is where you're going to end up. You're going to end up at 45,000. So I am going to begin my rotation about right now. The thing about beginning the rotation, and my lunar module's getting a little heated because we're going through that atmospheric zone there. I am going to start my rotation a little bit here. Let's roll back. Sometimes I roll a little bit. I don't want to roll because then what will happen is let's kick these off. If we roll, then our orbit will get screwed up because we'll be turning in the wrong direction. So I like to keep my engines facing me. I'm at 57,000, so I'm going to fully rotate now. I don't really like the fact that it's telling me I'm going to end up at 195,000 meters. I don't need to be that high. So there's a fuel efficiency thing going on, but that's okay. I don't think I have noodlecraft going on at all. I've been, carefully watching the craft. It doesn't look noodly to me, so I think we're safe. Now, this is about the time that I like to do my good old switch over to the beginning of my orbit. So what I do is I warp up to the AP, and I'll click on prograde. Now that should make my aircraft slowly turn towards prograde until the nav ball sinks in here. And then I'm going to push my engines 100%. But you know what? Actually, I'm not really satisfied with my prograde because it looks a little bit too high point, too pointed upward. So I'm going to come down a little bit using the RCS. I'm going to come down. I like to be level with the Earth when I do an orbit, or at least as level as I can be. And I'm trying to twist around here. It's not twisted. There we go. Twisting a little bit. I don't want to be so twisty when I do this. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. Let's lock in there, turn off RCS, and let's go for it. And I've got a few more minutes before my other engines need to be kicked off here. As you can see here, we should start to form a pretty decent orbit. Of course, we got to get back up to that. We got to get back up to 2,300 meters per second here. So this is going to be kind of a long burn, a longer burn than I really desired to have for orbit. I'm going to try to keep my aircraft from twisting all up. And at this point, I guess I can turn my light on so I can see my glass. I like to see my glass because I know what position, what general position my spacecraft is in here. I'm just going to go horizontal with the Earth here, and then I'm going to twist back so it's straight. All these little adjustments I wish I didn't have to make. But here we're approaching orbit here. So we're just going to wait until our PE reaches about 100 meters. meters, 100,000 meters. And then we're going to kick our engines off and start making decisions here. So we're at 105,000 meters on the other side. On this side, we're at 210,000 meters. Biggest thing we need to do now, let's get rid of this debris that's floating around in space. I've just commanded the Space Center to destroy it. So they press a button and it just goes away. So since the moon is here, we're probably going to catch it around here because the rotation of the moon around the Earth is a little fast. We'll catch it around here. So what we got to do is we got to focus somewhere near the moon, target the moon, okay? And then what we're going to want to do is, let's refocus over here. Doesn't matter where. I can focus directly on Kerbin if that's how you'd like it. But we're going to want to be around here when we begin our moon trip. So we're going to fast forward. This is my guy right here, the blue guy. And we're going to wait till he gets about right there, about center to these lines. And then we are going to go prograde, which might take him some time, or I could turn RCS on and just take a GIF. Is that a word anymore? It's 2026. Can I still say GIF? I don't know why I'm using 1960s slang terms, but I guess some of these slang terms, they just kind of last forever. Okay. So now I am angling to go prograde, and it doesn't matter how my aircraft is situated as long as I keep saying aircraft. This isn't an aircraft. This is a spacecraft. Doesn't matter how my rocket, my spaceship is oriented, as long as he's oriented prograde, which is right there, and I am prograde now. So let's get it. And I'm about to chunk these tanks as well, so we'll just wait for that. But let's back up a little bit just to make sure that they're going to chunk right. Sometimes they take off. Sometimes the tanks, when they go off, they really screw me over in a bad way. So now we're going to watch this orbital prograde here, and I'm still prograded pretty good, and I'm coming down. I am 11.1 degrees off of my target's angle. That's a huge amount. So as you can see, here's the orbit of the moon, and here's my orbit. So this is going to be, I might have to fix that angle, but first we have to make sure that my orbit's going to match up somewhere around his orbit. And maybe we'll get lucky and actually have a meeting with him without having to fiddle-faddle. And we did. So we got lucky. So now all we have to do is just warp up there. And the purpose of warping is because this isn't real life. This is a video game. And who wants to sit here for hours and hours to wait for my spaceship? I don't think you guys do. So we're just simulating the astronauts kind of waiting around, doing their final checks and spinning around and videotaping themselves for their family and all that stuff. So they did all that already. They ate lunch and they peed in space for the first time. They did a poo-poo, maybe, in space. And I'm going to go one step further with this and just let it fast forward all the way to the PE before I start to make some menial maneuvers here. So what I'm going to do first, what we should do first, is we should get into position 2 retrograde, because that's the only way you make it to the moon is by slowing your ass down, because we're going 544 meters per second, and if we continue to go 544 meters per second, we'll never stop off at the moon. So that's the deal. And we're sticking to it. So there's 400 meters per second. We got to get all the way down to about 100 before we get a nice little orbit going on. Oh, well, I guess we don't have to get down to 400. 374 created an orbit for us, but we got this big chunk of mass. Let me check my phone here because I'm getting blown up by somebody. Somebody's blowing me up. Let's see who's blowing me up. Okay, we're still talking about the chores. Which is an important topic. I agree, it's an important topic. But not really one I want to deal with right now. So, I think what I'm going to do, since I'm still retrograded, I want to keep him on my rocket and just form his own. I'm going to form where he's going to land. So, and that way I can use the big rocket to do that, and he doesn't have to fiddle-faddle with his rocket once I eject him. So let's stop right there for a moment and just, let's find out where Valentina is. She's right over here. So we don't want to be like 1,000,000 miles away from Valentina. We just want to be 500,000. So that we don't have to drive all the way across the surface of the moon to get to her, but we're still going to have to because that's still quite far. And maybe we can adjust after we bounce from this situation. But now that we've created a path for him to go, we are going to send him on his way. Undock him from us. And it just kind of peacefully, see you later, one of those situations. And I will just take the controls of my own craft, which is this one still, and I'm kind of going the wrong direction, but that's okay. What I want to do now is create a new orbit with this craft. I don't have really any RCS. I think I just realized something, guys. I think we don't have a pilot on here. I don't think we have a pilot on here. It needs a pilot in order to do what I was going to do. We're going to have to do some Mission Impossible right now. So let's go over to it. Obzar's going to just have to take this craft. What is this? What is that? Is that Obzar? Oh. Huh. Why is she way down there? Anyhow, it doesn't matter. Let's get our jetpack on. And let's fly that way. We're fairly close to it. We're just gonna have to grab the door here. Oh, okay. Just climb right on board there. Okay, this is a bit more challenging than it looks. There we go. And board. Okay. Obzar to save the day. So we're going to rotate. And then we are going to position our craft horizontally with the moon here. About like that. And then we're going to attempt to create an orbit around the moon. I slowed it down there just so it doesn't go haywire. Let's see if we have a good enough orbit going on. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Obzar. Thank you. You're going to have to stay in position just in case we need you, because we are going on our moon mission now. Now here's the lander, guys. First thing we're gonna do is kick off this engine cover here and the docking port, because we need to expose our rocket for landing. This will be the main rocket we use to land this bad boy. It looks like we've used quite a bit of RCS up during our launch and everything. So let's see if we can kind of tone that down a little bit, but still get into position here for our approach. And I don't think I'm going to try any funny business by trying to get closer to Valentina at this time. I'm going to shut off RCS, and I'm going to speed up so we can get down from the 500,000 meters that we're up. We're getting down there to 100 and around here. Around when it starts to click down to 97. We can even go a little lower than that. We're going about 600 meters per second here. We're going to stop it. We're at 50,000 meters. Okay, so let's go ahead and RCS again. And I think we'll just keep RCS on for now. I like to rotate though. I don't like to be upside down when I'm doing maneuvers. It's just something about me. I'd rather be upside right in position. Looks like we're poised to just kind of go straight down, really. But let's give it some gas here. Oh, I've got to initiate my engine. Let's give it some gas here because we need to really come down in speed. We're flying towards the ground right now. We need to put some back pressure on there. 400, 300, we're at 10,000 feet. Or 10,000 meters, 9,000, 8,000 meters. See how fast it goes down? We're almost at 7,000 meters already. But as I slow down, obviously we're going to be going down even slower, so it's kind of like a snowball effect. And you guys are going to get to see what that one engine that I put on there, that one motor that's on that fuel tank is going to do for us here. Because usually when I land pretty precise to where we're still sitting in the air, standing straight up and down. We're at 1,000, 800, 700, 600, 500, 400. We've got a good speed going. 300. Okay, check minimums. 200. 150. 100. Call the ball. Okay. Oh, kind of got screwed up there. But I think I'm all right. Now that wasn't planned, but let's see if we can flip over. And we did. Now hit the rocket. That'll plant us down. That wasn't supposed to happen, just to let you know. But that little tiny rocket now, and I'm going to shut RCS off, that little tiny rocket now is firing upward, so it's pushing us down. Which is pretty cool, but it lasts a little longer than I would like. TBH. And so we successfully made it down. Let's extend our antenna for communication purposes. And now that that's extinguished, let's go ahead and off this tank off of our craft. It is now off. I'm going to initiate these motors, carefully making sure that I'm at 0 on the throttle, and I'm going to just jet them a little bit just to get away from that tank. Because one thing I like to do is I like to turn away, and this thing is electrically powered, so I don't have to jet the jets. That's just for fun and giggles. But I like to get plenty away from this tank, and I like to kind of screw around with it, so I'm gonna go back over there, and it could even cost me my life playing around with this tank like I do, but what's the use in having this tank up here if I can't send it off to oblivion? So I'm just gonna turn around here. It's just kind of like some fun and games I like to do with these tanks when they... Because I still got lots of fuel in this tank. So I like to go like this and send it off. And boom, that thing's really flying. Look at that. Man. Usually they just blow up on the ground, but that guy took off. He's going to go so far away now. But trust me, he's going to crash. Because, oh, he ran out. That's what that sound means. So he's just going to fly. Probably kill Valentina. Probably hit her in the head. Oh, she's dead now. So let's see where Valentina is in relation to us here. Oh, she went into the direction of that debris. Oh, that's perfect. So that tells me I can just look at that debris that I just shot off, which was like around that way, right? So let's go that way, because that's where Valentina is. Look at all these tanks we got up here. See, if I had a little fuel hose, I could go fuel up their aircraft or their spacecraft, and they could just fly home. Why not? So she's about at a 240 or so. Oh, I'm going a little fast. I think adding the extra wheels did help. I think adding some weight helped. But I'm still getting the spin though. You see that, where I'm kind of like turning too much? Oh, I just broke something. Probably one of those engines on the bottom. But let's see how fast we can take this baby. And maybe even jet a little. Yeah. Jet buggy. But see, this is what happens is you get stuck, like you get stuck turning and trying to force your way back over. Now I'm going southeast, and I don't want to do that because I want to go west. So I gotta slow myself down. It's really annoying. And now I'm sliding like a dumbass. Now I'm like drifting. I don't want to drift. Really hard on the moon to drive, I'll tell you. Okay, so we're going this way. Let's just jet a little more. Look at that, how it raises my whole thing man, I can't really do that too much. And I'm losing them under there. I could hear them breaking off. Oh, I just lost another. That's fine. As long as the tanks don't blow, I'm fine. But I got lots of fuel here. Oh! What? Oh! What happened? Oh. See, that's another glitch with this. Is it acts like you're dead, but I don't know if he exactly died. No. Oh, yeah, see, he's still there, see? So that's another glitch with that. When you lose a main part, it thinks you died. It thinks you crashed. But you're still good to go. See, I'm still good to go. So I'm going to turn around to face the west. Wonder how many people out there just kind of like quit the game, like thinking they died, but they didn't really die, you know? They could have just continued the mission. So let's not fool around with the rocketry, even though it's fun. Let's actually try to drive towards where she's at normally, and let's see where we're at in relation. Looks like that rocket's still in the air. Look at that thing. It's at an altitude of 27,750 meters. I don't know how. Unless that was the last recorded spot. But yeah, it's headed straight towards her. That's crazy. Like, what if I got that lucky? That would be the archery moment of the century right there. So he's going 14.6 meters per second. He's just rumbling down the street. Just lost another engine. Oh, the two back engines are gone now. So now if I jet, I'm just going to be going upward. Which is kind of cool because I can like soften my blow if I'm going to come... If I'm going to do a jump and I come down too hard, I can just kind of jet the engines a little. Or on the reverse, give myself a little more jumping power, which doesn't look like it was very good. I got an 18. Looks like the back end wants to go up before the front end does. That's not good. Definitely making my craft lighter. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too much. Let's get back on track here. We're heading south again. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, don't drift. There you go. Yep, head that way. That's the direction. Speed up a little bit. Don't go too fast. Gotta get to Valentina. So, I mean... the lunar lander that I made is pretty cool. And if you're wondering why those rocks are just going through me, it's kind of a sad truth, but the rocks on here don't really do anything to you. And I don't know why these two lights didn't come on. I guess I gotta enable them separately. I had two more. Here's one. I think I had another one on this side. No? Maybe it broke off already. Oh no, that's right. I only had 3 back there. But you could make these like blink and all sorts of stuff. Advanced controls, blink. Here's the blink period. You can change their color. I can make it green. I can make it purple or red. There's purple. We'll do this one here. Blink enabled. Let's try to catch it right on the off blink. There, that's good. We gotta do it when he blinks. There we go. Now I'm like a police officer. we'll change this color to something else. Change it to like red or something. Red. Let's do blue for this guy. Now I'm a cop. A cop in space. And then this one's another blinkable light. I don't think these can blink. Oh, maybe they can. Blink enabled. Oh yeah, it can. Wow. I don't want that one to blink, but this one's fine. We are just cruising, man. Only problem is I don't know how fast forwarding would work with this rover. Might mess me up. Because the physics gets all wacky when you fast forward stuff, but it looks like it's working. I'm only going 10 miles or 10 meters per second and slowing. Let's see if we can warp speed over there. I know I'm going to do a jump here. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. And that's all she wrote, guys, because there's no way to flip this. That's it. Now I'm just, like, stuck. So what do you do? Let's see how close we got, or how far away we still are. We're still ages away. There she is right there. So I guess we could jet our jets. Oh, you know what? Maybe. No, these are angled downward, so they're just going to be pushing the wrong way. I was going to say, maybe we could use these to jet ourselves back up, but I don't think we can. This one got all weird, so maybe we'll deactivate all of these except this one. See if this one can save us. What do you say? Let's see here. Oh, we still got one on here. Nope, not enough power. Let's see if we can activate these guys. These guys will do anything for us at all. It's too bad I can't, like, rotate them. Like, do this side, then that side, then this side. Goodness sakes. Okay, well, might as well activate them all. Oh, there we go. That had a little bit of force to it. Maybe deactivate these guys. Because that had some force. Maybe activate these even more. Maybe if I shut it off, let it roll a little. Maybe I can start a wiggle that will get us out of this. 1, 2. Let's roll one more time, guys. One more time. 3rd time's the charm. And 3. Up and at 'em. No, it's not gonna work. If only I would have put one of these on the other side. Or 4 of them. I could have flipped myself over. Well, you know what that means. VAB. VAB. Constant improvement. That's what you got to do. Constant improvement. And the question really becomes, well, even if you do get this thing upright and you go and you find Valentina, are you going to be able to save her? Probably not. I don't have any rocket on here that's going to get us into outer space. So I think with this situation, being so dumb, I'm gonna add a rocket right here. Just smack dab right there. That way, if that ever happens again, all I have to do is just boom, turn that on. Of course, let's drag him up to the very top here. And make sure that he doesn't interfere with activities. And this time we're going not only straight for the launch. I think we're going to add a rocket. I think we're going to add a rocket to her. To this scenario here. I think we're going to add a rocket. I don't know how. Maybe we can add a coupler. This would be awfully... this would be awfully daring. Let me just say that. Just to say the least, it would be daring. But to add a whole... Let me come up here so we can see this scenario. I would love to add it right there, but it doesn't like that. The algorithm does not like that at all. There we go. There. I'm going to add a coupler right there. Why? Because I'm going to go into the files and see if we can't take this guy. Of course, that's going to create a whole conundrum with my situation. Oh, but we could take this guy. Problem is, no, we can't take him. We need something small. Like this. Or something. But I don't think I can use this because I don't have the... I haven't acquired the parts for that yet. This would be cool. I don't know, folks. This is really a point of no return for me, I think. Yeah, see, I don't think I can use any of this because I don't have these parts on hand. I might. I don't think I do. I know I don't have these parts yet. I have these, I think. Let's see if we can add this to it. But just because it lets you or allows you to add to it doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to allow you to add it to your flight, because see, this is kind of like my idea, see, but this would create an awfully awkward aircraft rocket situation, if you know what I'm saying. You see that? Like, how am I going to launch like that? Let's give it a try. It's going to be way wacky. The whole game's going to be like, what are you doing, bro? Yep. See? It's even leaning already. Oh, let's try it. Kind of working. Can't argue with that. Even though I've only got 100 meters per second going on. If I can get up to 300 meters per second, I might be safe for the time being. Oh, I better kick those off. No. Yeah.
Achieve all objectives. old man knew enough.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching... Oh, I don't want to get stuck in there. Look at that pit. Oh, man. Whew. That was close. Let me adjust this mic a little bit. If you're still watching, this has been quite the adventure. We are still headed towards Valentina. She is due west. And our rover is performing surprisingly well. Even though we've had a few false indications by KSP that we have crashed to the point of oblivion. So the game has reported that we have crashed and died and all this stuff, but it's not true. We are still controlling these guys, and they are headed towards Valentina. The moon is very treacherous, as you can see by these hills coming up here. I'm probably going to die here, unless I do a big jump, which I did. I'm going to jet my rocket a little bit just to keep me level with the ground here. Oh. Jet it again. Oh. Oh, I jetted it at the wrong time. Oh. I don't want to damage it too much. Pretty strong structure. I've been sending it through the trials of physics here. If one thing I can say, my wheels have stood up. My gas tanks haven't blown up yet, thank goodness. And I'm just trying to steer around here. It does appear, though, as if I'm having a performance issue right now, and I wonder why. Maybe my wheels finally did give up on me. Huh. Oh, yeah, something's going on here. I got that engine on there so that I can flip myself back over when I flip. So apparently one of these guys is not working very good. I'm gonna try traction level 5 here on this one. I don't know why the traction levels would be set really low. Oh boy. So I guess I stand corrected on my rover here. I think my rover has had it. I'm trying to steer here. It is steering, but maybe this vertical is too vertical, and I don't have any rockets to propel me. So we're gonna test out a few theories here. I'm gonna try to go full guns here. See, that's something's wrong. Let's even warp it a little. See if I can warp up there. At least I can make it over this last hill or something. Warp seems to be working properly. I just can't make it up the hill. Oh, that's not good. These wheels are more than ample to make it up that hill. So something's wrong with my wheels. They're not powered good enough. They must be broken. I must have broke them all. I think I've got a dud here. Maybe RCS will help me, no? Maybe if I jet my RCS? Well, I don't have any monopropellant on board. So I'm screwed. Well, what now? What do we do now? Maybe we can try the good old... I'm at a dead stop. Maybe we can try the good old sideways route to the hill. Maybe we can go up it sideways. Maybe that'll work. Let's see, what would be sideways on this hill? I guess I'd have to go this way, but it still looks uphill. You know how video games are. If you go sideways on a hill, you have better luck. Let's try to go sideways. Let's try to warp it a little. See if my sideways crawl will work. No, I'm going back again. Maybe I'm not going sideways enough. Let's go sideways this way. Oh no, she's done, dude. Maybe I can go backwards. Let's go backwards over this hill. There we go. Yeah. Backwards seems to work. Oh wow, there's a treacherous hill over there. We don't want to do that. Yeah, let's go this way. Yeah. Hey, backwards seems to work, huh? Huh? What do you say? What do you say? Of course, I kind of have this feeling. Oh, I kind of have this feeling we're going in the wrong direction. Oh, there. That's the right direction. So let's just keep going. We're warped, so let's just keep going west. Till the game decides to screw us over. As it always does. Look at that rock right there. That rock looks weird. A couple of rocks look weird over there. They got like a black, almost like they're hiding something. But this is one of those games where you go, oh, that must be a secret. And then you go over there and there's nothing there. It's just, they messed up the visuals or something. Oh, look at that. I barely made it up that hill. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with my wheels. Well, we're headed west, so we should be heading in the right direction to catch Valentina. Let's see, and we are warped, so yeah, we're going in the right direction. She is way over there. I don't know how long this is going to take me to get to Valentina Kerman. But I don't know. It's almost like gravity has changed too. It's really like I'm not jumping anymore as much as I was. Like, dude, what's going on here? I think I broke the code in this game. I just created like Earth atmosphere in this game or something. I don't know. This is wacky. Because I shouldn't have this much traction and stuff. Oh, look at me. About to die down the hill. Okay. Okay. Keeping it together. Keeping it together. See, I should have jumped that really high. Maybe it's a warp thing or something. I don't know. But we're about to go down a really big crevasse here. Oh! See, the game keeps thinking I'm dying, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm just... My craft just keeps changing its name. That's it. See? I'm still alive. I don't know what broke. I don't know what it thinks broke, but... Oh, I lost my communication antenna. I haven't lost any wheels. The wheels seem to be indestructible. So I really got to hand it out to the tire. Ooh! Oh, I lost my rocket on the back. Oh no. Oh, now I'm screwed. I don't have a rocket to flip me over. Ah, dude, that sucks. I'm royally screwed right now. Hit the brakes. Oh man, these guys are screwed now. Rescue mission over. Just like that. Damn, man. Can I just get to Valentina? I mean, how many times have I tried? And I was that close to her. Well, let's have some fun somewhere else. Let's find my other guy. I don't know what... Oh, the K-119? Yeah. I don't know why it named it K-119. See, we got an orbit going around the moon just in case they need assistance. So, like, I could evac both of those guys, I think. I think I got enough space in here. Oh, no, I could only evac one. So, let's see where we're at. Around this circle. Oh, okay, so we're over here. That's a dead craft there. There's Valentina. She's within my orbital range. But looky who's within my orbital range right here. So I am going to retrograde here. I'll go ahead and target them. And let's see if we can save them. Or save one of them. Poor schmuck. This poor schmuck. Looks like I'm retro, so let's fire the guns and see if we can slow our roll. So it's saying there that we are going to meet up about right there, so that's good. So let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Oh, I must be coming from this side. And I'm going to be really low to the ground. Oh yeah, look at that. I should be scraping the moon right now. I am. Oh wow. Oh man. That's way too low for comfort. I'm like 9,000 feet and I got 500 to burn. I don't know about this maneuver, guys. But hey, All I gotta do is undock and I'm off and running, so... But then I gotta retarget, but that's okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. Let's see where they're at. Let's come around. I'm going this way. Should be coming up on those dumb guys here pretty soon. Pretty darn close. I don't want to start firing my guns too early. Speed up a little. Let's speed this process up. It's not like I'm going to get to go any faster. Matter of fact, I'm slowing up a little bit. So, I would say maybe about right here. Yeah, I'm coming up over them right now. This is a good time to fire some guns. I don't see them on the blip yet. Oh, there they are. Okay. So let's fire the rest of this fuel as soon as I retrograde. Undock from here and send that engine on its merry way, and then we're going to retrograde right here, and hopefully that will send us on a path to head straight down to them, to these silly gooses. That have caused me the trouble of rescue. I don't know why it's retrograding so weird. Just fall from the sky already, huh? Get some solar going on. I don't think I have any landing gear on this guy. I don't really need the docking station anymore, but who knows, right? I should go save Valentina with that docking station. But I don't know if I would be able to dock to her as she has landed on the ground. That would be a little difficult. I'm right above these guys. And we're coming down. Let's come down a little faster, huh? There we go. Let's see what they got themselves into. Mo and Curly. I think I'm gonna die right here, actually. I didn't start my engines fast enough. Whoops. I did. Let's see if we can see Mo and Curly from here. They were somewhere down there. Probably a bit. Oh, there they are. 0 meters. Oh no, that's my That's my rubble, I think. Well, might as well go to the second best situation going on up here. And that would be this guy. Yay! He is ready to go. Look at him. He's got a full rocket. See, I planned this. So this guy's got a full rocket. Look at all this. Kick those off. Oh man, he is ready to just get out of Dodge, but he is within the moon's atmosphere, I think. Oh. He's about to escape. That's right, because that's where we left off at. So let's let him escape. The moon's sphere of influence here. Boom. Now, how far are we going to go out here? Let's go to... Goodness. I'm wondering how we should play this. We could go to Minimus. Not sure if I left anything on Minimus. Let's look at Minimus. We've been to Minimus. Just wasn't anything really going on Minimus, I don't think. It's just the moon's moon. But we do have a few people to rescue outside of the Earth's sphere of influence. One of them is this guy. And, we should try to rescue one of these guys and bring him back to Earth. Just as an experiment. I've always kind of wanted to try this. Kind of hard though, because they've got specific orbits. I'm going to target him. We're going to try. But in order to do so, we're going to have to leave. We're going to have to leave Earth's sphere of influence. Which is going to mean that we're going to have to go all the way to the PE. So we'll have to go around an entire trip. And I'm focused on the wrong buzzard here. Let's focus on our guy. Okay. So we're going to have to go all the way around to the PE. Let's get a little closer to that PE. Boy, he's really going slow. Okay. Then we're going to prograde. What is our PE? 6469? Right here? I don't know. Oh, doesn't seem like that's correct. Oh, kilometers. 6469 is our PE. So we should read that on here to let us know that we're at our PE. I'm going to speed up a little bit so we don't wait forever in a day. So we want to be around 6469. Because I really want to attack that AP and make sure that AP is higher than high. I'll stop it about right over here. Or maybe right there. Okay. We are in prograde. And we are going to jet our guns, our first guns. Oh, we don't have any engines going on. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Oh, those are our boosters. I didn't realize our boosters were going haywire. Oh, man. I'm definitely leaving the SOI now, because those boosters don't play. Okay. Clown. There we go. I'm gonna bust those off. Wow, those busted off nice and good. I like that. That was cool. Okay, and now I guess I can jet my guns a little. But let's get out of the SOI and see what's gonna happen after we leave the SOI of Earth. Let's see, because we're going really fast, so we're gonna leave Earth fast. Boom! And we're even leaving Earth's complete sphere. I think we're going in the opposite direction now of our target, which isn't too gravy, because we need to match up with our target here. But how far is our... Oh boy, look at this. This is as far as our orbit goes in this situation. So we need to... And we're 1.3 degrees down from him. Oh boy, look at this. Which one is his? His is that stripe there. So his stripe intersects right here. We're 1.3 degrees down from him. Boy. And I think we're traveling this way? Am I wrong to think I travel that way? I don't think you ever do travel that way, though. I think you still travel in Earth's direction. I'm just going slower than Earth, or am I crazy? Let's see. Yeah, I'm still going in Earth's direction, but I'm just slower than Earth. So this is what we're going to have to do. In order to make contact with this gentleman, we're going to have to fix our angle first, and that should be pretty simple. So let's go right here, and let's go up till we try to get to 0. There we go. And I kind of like 0 to travel a little bit. I don't like it to be perfectly, you know, like right on the dot. I like to give it a little leeway too, to know that I'm at 0 angle with him. And oh boy, I'm gonna spend 172 of my fuels on that. Why does this say I have 0 fuel? That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I just don't have a lot of fuel? Like, what? 0? Why would that say 0? I got 4.8 tons of oxygen and 1.2 tons of CH4, whatever CH4 is, methylox, I guess, or methylene. I don't know if I want to do this maneuver, because it says I'm going to have to burn for 1 whole minute and 9 seconds in order to get my angle right with this bro. Oh man, this is definitely not good. Because he's thousands of miles away. Gosh, he is just... He's absolutely thousands of miles away. Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll let this situation ride a little bit. Let's let the situation ride a little bit. Let's go in fast mode. Now he's way over there. This looks a little promising here. A little more promising. talking to my audience. This looks a little more promising. So maybe if I can speed up, I can catch up to him. I doubt it. That engine is weak. I'm not even seeing my orbit change at all. Oh, I'm not seeing anything change. I think I've got a Kerbal glitch where it freezes my altitude and everything, because I'm not seeing anything change. So let's see if... Where are you gonna go?
Just going for a ride.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my game just glitched anyway, so... Time to call it a day.
Did you want to take the dogs out to Freddy?
Yeah, I think it's time.